Good morning. Have you ever woken up one day and everything just felt different? Like the air around you carried a weight you couldn't quite define, or maybe your usual routine suddenly felt strange, as if you were walking through a fog. These moments, these strange feelings, they often sneak up on us, don't they? You might call them coincidences or just write them off as a weird day, but I believe these moments are here to tell us something. Now, I know that facing the unknown can be unsettling. It can be tempting to brush it off or cling even tighter to what feels familiar. But I want you to consider something. What if, instead of resisting, we became curious? What if we approached these strange, unexplained moments with open hearts and willing spirits? We'd realize that sometimes it's in these unsettling moments that the most profound insights about ourselves begin to emerge. You see, these strange happenings are often the very things that shape us. They push us, they stretch us, and they challenge us to see beyond the boundaries of what we thought possible. And maybe, just maybe, they are preparing us for something greater than we ever imagined. So today I encourage you to embrace the strange, the unfamiliar, the unsettling. Don't run from it. Lean in. Ask what lesson is waiting for me here, because those moments, those feelings are often the very beginning of a transformation. They're a reminder that growth is calling us forward. Let's walk into it boldly and with the faith that something beautiful is waiting on the other side. To truly become aware of change, we must learn to listen. This type of listening isn't the kind we do with our ears. It's the kind that happens within our hearts and our minds. It's about quieting the noise of daily life, the constant demands of our schedules, and all the distractions around us. In this quiet, we start to notice the subtle nudges, those quiet voices within us that often get drowned out. It's almost as if our souls are whispering to us, pay attention, they're saying, I have something to show you. And when we start to tune in, we begin to see that change doesn't always start as a grand, sweeping event. Sometimes it begins with a small shift, like a key turning in a lock, preparing to open a door. This awareness of change calls us to be more present, to ground ourselves in each moment so that we're open to what life might be trying to show us. Sometimes it's not just about seeing things differently, it's about feeling them differently. Maybe we feel a growing discomfort with a situation we've been tolerating for years. Or maybe we start to feel an unusual excitement about something we once dismissed. These shifts are clues. They're signals that life is inviting us to explore something new, to question where we are and where we're headed. Awareness of change doesn't mean we have all the answers or even know exactly what to do next. It simply means we're paying attention and we're open to the possibility that something important is taking place, even if we can't yet see the full picture. Awareness also means honoring these feelings instead of dismissing them. It's easy to ignore these nudges because change, even the thought of it, can feel intimidating. We often resist because we're afraid of losing control, afraid of stepping out of our comfort zone, or afraid of the unknown. But when we allow ourselves to acknowledge that change might be knocking on our door, we give ourselves permission to lean into that uncertainty, to trust that there is a purpose, even if it's not immediately clear. Sometimes this awareness comes from a single moment that stands out in unexpected conversation, a book that speaks to us, or a quiet realization during a long drive. Other times it unfolds slowly over days, weeks, or even years, gently nudging us until we can no longer ignore it. Either way, when we become aware, we begin to understand that life itself is dynamic. Change is part of our journey, part of our growth, and part of our purpose. Becoming aware of change also means being open to the possibility that the life we're living today might not be the life that serves our highest potential tomorrow. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that we've made mistakes or that we've been on the wrong path. It simply means that growth is calling us forward, asking us to consider what's next. When we listen to that call, we create space for transformation. We allow ourselves to evolve, to shed old layers, and to embrace new parts of ourselves. Awareness of change is more than just noticing what's different. It's about honoring the journey and recognizing that life in its wisdom is guiding us. It's about trusting that sometimes those strange feelings, those moments that make us pause, are the universe's way of preparing us for the next chapter. So we learn to lean in, to pay attention, and to welcome what's unfolding, even if we don't fully understand it yet. Because with every new awareness, we're moving closer to the person we're meant to become. Facing the unknown is one of the most profound challenges we encounter, and it's natural to feel uneasy when we step into unfamiliar territory. Our minds crave certainty, stability, and a sense of control, so when we're presented with the unknown, our first reaction might be to pull back, to avoid it, or to search frantically for something that feels solid. But what if, instead of retreating, we approach the unknown with a sense of curiosity, as if it were an open invitation to explore? What if, rather than bracing ourselves with fear, we softened our hearts and chose to be curious, open, and even hopeful about what might come next? Curiosity is a powerful shift in perspective. When we allow ourselves to be curious, we're not bound by expectations or consumed by fear of outcomes we can't predict. Instead, we become open to whatever unfolds, trusting that there is something valuable, something meaningful waiting to be discovered. Curiosity gives us permission to say, I don't know what this will lead to, but I'm willing to find out. It invites us to treat every experience, good, bad, confusing, or exhilarating, as part of a larger journey of learning, one where we don't have to have all the answers right away. Approaching the unknown with curiosity also invites us to let go of our usual need for control. Control often makes us feel safe, but it can also limit us, keeping us within the boundaries of what we already know. When we cling to what's familiar, we miss the chance to discover something new. Curiosity, however, allows us to embrace uncertainty without feeling paralyzed by it. It's an invitation to let go of preconceived notions and open ourselves up to the possibility that things may turn out in ways we've never imagined. In many ways, curiosity is an act of surrender, a decision to let life unfold on its terms, not ours. Curiosity is a courageous choice because it requires us to question our own beliefs and assumptions. When we approach the unknown with curiosity, we're not simply accepting the possibility of change, we're actively engaging with it. We're saying, I'm willing to challenge my comfort zone, my past experiences, and my self-imposed limits. By doing so, we grow. We stretch beyond who we thought we were and begin to see ourselves and the world in new ways. Curiosity becomes the lens through which we examine both our fears and our hopes, allowing us to uncover new insights about ourselves that we might never have discovered if we'd stayed within our comfort zone. Moreover, curiosity allows us to approach challenges with a spirit of learning. Instead of viewing the unknown as a threat or an obstacle, we begin to see it as a teacher, a guide that's here to show us something we might not have otherwise learned. Every unfamiliar situation, every new challenge becomes an opportunity to ask questions. What is this experience here to teach me? What can I learn about myself in this moment? How can I grow through this? Rather than feeling victimized by the unknown, we begin to see ourselves as students of life, willing to learn and adapt. In this way, curiosity becomes a source of resilience, a quality that allows us to keep moving forward even when we can't see the entire path. Facing the unknown with curiosity also helps us connect more deeply with others. When we're curious, we're open to different perspectives and ideas. We begin to appreciate that everyone we meet, every story we hear, and every experience we encounter adds to our understanding of the world. Instead of feeling isolated in our experiences, we feel connected by the shared human journey of navigating the unknown. This openness fosters empathy, compassion, and a sense of unity, reminding us that we're not alone in our struggles or our triumphs. Curiosity transforms fear into possibility. It gives us the courage to dream bigger, to reach higher, and to believe in our own potential even when the path isn't clear. It teaches us that we don't have to have all the answers right away. Life is a mystery, and sometimes the beauty of it lies in not knowing. When we face the unknown with curiosity, we allow ourselves to be surprised, to experience wonder, and to embrace the magic that comes with unpredictability. In the end, curiosity is an invitation to live more fully. It's a call to engage with life, not just as passive observers, but as active participants. It reminds us that even in the face of uncertainty, there is always something valuable to be found. So we choose to be curious, not because we have everything figured out, but because we're willing to explore, to discover, and to grow. And in doing so, we open ourselves to a world of endless possibilities, where each step into the unknown brings us closer to the person we're meant to become. Embracing transformation is one of the most powerful and vital aspects of the human experience. It often requires a willingness to step into the unknown, to confront the unfamiliar, and to surrender to the process of change. This journey can be both exhilarating and daunting, filled with moments of doubt and uncertainty. Yet, at its core, Embracing transformation is about recognizing that change is not only a part of life, it is life itself. It's the force that propels us forward, pushing us to evolve, adapt, and grow in ways we may never have imagined. Transformation is often ignited by a catalyst, a moment that shifts our perspective, or a situation that compels us to reevaluate our lives. This catalyst might come from a significant life event, a loss, a career change, a new relationship, or even a moment of clarity and solitude. While these moments can feel overwhelming, they also offer us an opportunity to reflect deeply on who we are and what we truly want. They challenge us to confront the parts of ourselves that may have been hidden or suppressed, urging us to bring those aspects into the light. To embrace transformation, we must first acknowledge the fear that often accompanies it. Change can be frightening, especially when it disrupts our sense of safety and routine. We may feel a strong urge to cling to the familiar, to hold on to what we know, because it feels comfortable and predictable. But here lies the paradox: true growth often resides just outside our comfort zone. When we allow ourselves to feel the fear, to recognize it without letting it control us, we create space for transformation to take place. It's in that space that we find the courage to step forward, to take risks, and to trust that we have the strength to navigate whatever lies ahead. Embracing transformation also means letting go of old identities, outdated beliefs, and relationships that no longer serve us. This process of letting go can be painful. We might find ourselves mourning the loss of who we used to be, or grappling with feelings of guilt and uncertainty. However, it's important to recognize that letting go is not about losing something, it's about making room for new possibilities. It's about releasing the weight of what no longer serves us so that we can step into a future filled with potential. This act of release is a form of liberation, allowing us to break free from the constraints that have held us back and to open ourselves to new experiences and opportunities. As we embrace transformation, we also learn to cultivate a sense of curiosity about the process. Instead of seeing change as something to fear, we begin to view it as an adventure, a journey of exploration and discovery. We start to ask ourselves questions like, what might I learn about myself through this transformation? And how can this change enhance my life? This shift in perspective allows us to approach challenges with an open heart and a willingness to grow. We come to understand that transformation is not a destination, it is a continuous journey of becoming. Throughout this journey, it is essential to practice self-compassion. Transformation can be messy, filled with ups and downs and moments of vulnerability. We may encounter setbacks or find ourselves questioning our choices along the way. During these times, it's crucial to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. Instead of harshly judging ourselves for not having it all figured out, we can offer ourselves the same compassion we would extend to a friend navigating similar challenges. Embracing transformation means recognizing that we are all works in progress, learning and growing at our own pace. Moreover, embracing transformation opens us up to the beauty of connection with others. As we journey through our own transformations, we may find that we resonate with others who are experiencing similar changes. Sharing our stories of growth fosters a sense of community and belonging. We discover that we are not alone in our struggles and triumphs, and that our experiences can inspire and uplift others. By embracing transformation, we create a ripple effect, encouraging those around us to embark on their own journeys of growth and self-discovery. In the end, embracing transformation is about celebrating our inherent capacity for change. It is a reminder that we are not static beings, we are dynamic, capable of evolving and reinventing ourselves at any stage of life. Each transformation carries the potential for renewal, allowing us to rediscover our passions, values, and purpose. By embracing this journey, we honor our ability to adapt and thrive in a world that is ever-changing. Ultimately, the act of embracing transformation invites us to trust in the process of life. It encourages us to believe in our resilience, to recognize that we have the power to shape our own destinies, and to understand that through each transformation, we are becoming more fully ourselves. So let us embrace the beauty of change, knowing that every step forward, no matter how uncertain, brings us closer to the truth of who we are meant to be.